You step over a fallen log without looking down first. Something shifts in the leaves just past your boot. You did not see it. You almost did not see it at all. This exact moment happens to people walking through primary forest more often than you would think. The World Health Organization estimates that snake bites affect over 5 million people across the world every single year. Up to 138,000 of those bites end in death. Most of the people on that list never saw the snake coming. Why does something so small kill so many people who are bigger, stronger, and faster than it is? The answer starts with where these snakes live. Primary forest means a forest that has never been cleared or replanted. It is old growth, dense, and layered, the kind of place where sunlight barely reaches the ground. That darkness is exactly what a venomous snake wants. Thick leaf litter, fallen branches, roots that look like another snake entirely. In this environment, the most dangerous animal on the trail is usually the one you stepped over, not the one you saw. Take the Bushmaster, found deep in the rainforests of Central and South America. It is the longest venomous snake in the Americas, and it almost never moves once it finds a good hiding spot. The Bushmaster has 2 small pits between its eyes and nostrils called heat-sensing pits, which means it can detect the body warmth of anything nearby, even in complete darkness. It does not need to see you. It only needs you to get close enough for it to feel the heat coming off your skin. Herpetologist and venom researcher Dr. Brian Fry, who has spent decades studying venomous animals at the University of Queensland, has pointed out that most venomous snakes are not actually hunting humans at all. They are ambush predators built to conserve energy, waiting for small prey to wander past. A human stepping too close is not prey. It is an accident. But the bite does not know the difference. So picture this. You are 3 miles into the canopy, off the marked trail, moving fast because the light is starting to fade. You step onto what looks like solid ground. It is not ground. It is a fer de lance, sometimes called the terciopelo, one of the most medically significant snakes in Central America, responsible for more snakebite injuries in the region than almost any other species. It is fast. It is irritable. And it does not give much warning before it strikes. Here is where most people get it wrong. They assume a snakebite always hurts immediately and obviously, the way it does in movies. Sharp pain, instant swelling, no question about what just happened. That is true for some bites. It is not true for all of them. Could the bite that hurts the least actually be the one you should fear the most? In September of 2001, American herpetologist Joe Slowinski was leading a research expedition through the dense forests of northern Myanmar when he was bitten by a many-banded kryet, a slender black and white striped snake found across South and Southeast Asia. The bite barely hurt. There was almost no swelling. For hours, Slowinski and his team genuinely believed he was going to be fine, because every signal his body gave him said this was minor. The kryet's venom is neurotoxic, which means it attacks the nervous system instead of the tissue around the bite, slowly shutting down the muscles that control breathing. By the time the real symptoms appeared, it was already too late to get him out of the forest in time. He died roughly 30 hours after the bite. That is the counterintuitive part almost nobody expects. The bite that hurts the least can be the one that kills you fastest. A viper bite that burns and swells right away is terrifying, but that pain is often your body's alarm system working exactly as it should, pushing you to get help immediately. A neurotoxic bite from a kryet, a cobra, or a coral snake can feel like almost nothing happened, while venom is already moving through your bloodstream toward your nervous system. Should the absence of pain ever be the thing that makes you feel safe? In primary forest, it almost never should. Then there is the king cobra, the longest venomous snake on the planet, found across the forests of South and Southeast Asia. Its venom is also neurotoxic, capable of dropping a fully grown elephant if enough is injected. But here is what most people do not know. The king cobra would rather avoid you entirely. It will raise its hood, hiss, and try to look as intimidating as possible, specifically so it does not have to bite you. Biting a human costs the snake venom it needs to hunt later, and venom is expensive for its body to produce. Aggression, for this animal, is usually a way of avoiding a fight, not starting one. The gaboon viper, found in the rainforests of West and Central Africa, takes the opposite approach. It is famously calm, almost lazy, rarely striking unless it is stepped on or grabbed directly. But it carries the longest fangs of any venomous snake alive, capable of delivering more venom in a single bite than almost any other species on Earth. Its skin pattern, a geometric mix of brown, tan, and purple, blends so perfectly into dead leaves that researchers have walked within inches of one without noticing it was there at all. So how are you supposed to tell which snake in front of you is the dangerous one in the 2 or 3 seconds you actually have to decide? The United States National Park Service teaches hikers a simple rhyme to separate a venomous coral snake from a harmless look-alike with similar coloring. Red touches yellow, kill a fellow. Red touches black, friend of Jack. It is not perfect for every snake on every continent, but it is proof that in the field, the difference between safe and dangerous is sometimes a single stripe of color, and you will not have time to look it up. What actually happens inside your body if one of these bites lands depends on the type of venom. Hemotoxic venom, found in vipers like the fer de lance and the bushmaster, breaks down blood cells and tissue, causing swelling, bruising, and in severe cases, uncontrolled bleeding. Neurotoxic venom, found in cobras and kraits, blocks the signals between your nerves and your muscles, which is why breathing eventually becomes the real danger, not the wound itself. A few species, including certain cobras, carry a mix of both. What you are supposed to do in that first 60 seconds matters more than almost anything else that happens afterward. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the World Health Organization both give the same core guidance, and it directly contradicts almost everything you have ever seen in an old survival movie. Do not cut the wound. Do not try to suck out the venom. Do not apply a tight tourniquet. All 3 of those actions can make the injury significantly worse, cutting off circulation or pushing venom deeper into the tissue around it. What actually helps is staying as calm and still as you can manage, keeping the bitten limb at or slightly below heart level, removing rings or tight clothing near the area before swelling starts, and getting to medical care immediately, ideally with a description or a photo of the snake taken from a safe distance. That last part matters more than most people realize. Antivenom, the treatment used to neutralize snake venom inside the body, is often specific to the species that bit you. Giving the wrong type, or wasting precious time trying to identify the snake yourself by getting closer to it, can cost you the one resource you do not have enough of in that moment, which is time. Here is the part that should change how you think about every hike you have ever taken. Most snake bites are not the result of a snake hunting a person down. They happen because someone put a hand into a hollow log without looking first, stepped over a rock instead of around it, or walked through tall grass at the edge of a trail where visibility drops to almost nothing. The snake was already there. It was always going to be there. The only variable in that entire equation is what you decided to do next. You do not need to fear every forest you walk into for the rest of your life. You need to walk through it differently. Watch where your feet land, not just where the trail leads. Use a stick to test thick brush before your hand or foot goes through it. Wear boots that cover your ankle, since a large share of bites land exactly there. And remember that the absence of pain is never proof of the absence of danger. You step over a fallen log without looking down first. Only now, you already know exactly what that single choice can cost you. The forest was never trying to hurt you. It was only ever waiting for you to stop paying attention.